Men marry for love, women marry for money. That's the way it should be anyways. I consider myself to be one of those people who like to, I wouldn't say start stuff, but I do like to stir the pot a little bit, because part of my job is to see if inmates are using their coping skills. And I do it so much that sometimes it bleeds into my everyday life. Long story short, I started some drama. All right, so my friend, he really needs to have his own podcast because, yes, I think he would do well. But anyways, he makes this comment: men should make more money since they are expected to be the providers in a relationship. And I said, well, you can't say that because you have different types of relationships. You have women plus women, you have men plus men. So you can't really go there. Here's my question. Why do men who are with women, why do they have an issue showing up with their masculine energy? I said he needs to go back to his mom so his mom can take care of him. So that started a whole thing. It started a whole thing. These are my views and I'm grown. You can not agree with me if you want to. Just be respectful is all I ask. Men marry for love. Women marry for money. That's the way it should be anyways. These guys nowadays, man, they feel like they are not supposed to like show up to the table with anything but love. But it doesn't start off with love first. You gotta bring something to the table. So what are you bringing to the table? Because it's not going to start off at love. You're not just going to get me to open up to you and fall in love with you because you're doing some stuff around here like cooking, or you're being nice to me. That's not enough. It's not enough for you just to be nice. Like, crazy people are nice at first. Sociopaths are very nice in the beginning. So being nice to somebody in the beginning and just doing like little things like that is, baby, that's not enough. That's not enough. Not saying that I'm a gold digger, but I like a few nuggets. And if you can't do that, but there's another person that can, guess what? You're not a contender. Women don't have to settle. So another guy said something and he was like, I don't agree. He said, I think that a woman is not lowering her standards by choosing a man that makes less money than she does. If a woman gets involved with a man and she used her money to get him, and then down the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wants him to show up in a different way. Like, she wants him to be the one that is buying the trips and doing all this other stuff, and he doesn't show up like that. She can't be mad at nobody but herself. If that is the type of dude that she ultimately saw herself with, that's not how it started. You cannot go into a relationship thinking that you're going to change somebody, especially as you get older. People are more set in their ways. If you are lonely and you're looking for a woman, you need to be able to like put some money on the table for real, because it's too competitive out here. It's way too competitive out here. And a woman is not going to look twice at you. A woman of substance ain't looking at you like that. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how good you sound. I don't care if you can sing the best R. Kelly songs in the world or whatever like that. I don't care. If you don't have no money, if you broke, you are not a contender. If you are like almost 50 and you think that you're just going to be with a woman who is like not going to be expecting you to like do anything for her, that's just not going to happen. Women who are 30 and younger don't want nothing with a 50-year-old man other than that money. That's what she wants. She wants the money. She might have a kid by him, but ultimately she's not having a kid with him if he's broke. Listen to me. Sometimes you're going to be, the woman's going to be in the feminine energy. Sometimes she's going to be in the masculine energy. But I'm talking about 85% of the time. I'm talking about 85% of the time. 90% of the time. How are you going to show up? If you want a woman to be controlling, you want her to dominate you and things like that, then fine. You want a masculine woman. But if you don't want a masculine woman, then you need to show up as a masculine man. Me personally, I'm not gonna be with no dude that can't help me, that can't enhance my life. If you can't enhance my life, we're not having any kids together. But say I had some kids with a dude that was sorry as hell. I mean, you can point the fingers back and forth. You can point the fingers at childhood and things like that. But when you're no longer a kid and you start to become an adult, then you have to take ownership for your own actions. And you have to say, you really have to start looking into your own childhood to try to figure out like who you are and where you came from, why you think the way you think, why you do the things that you do. My dad taught me. He showed me. He said, do you see how your mother is acting? Follow her if you want to be by yourself. A man wants to feel as though his woman needs him. The light bulb clicked. At that time, like Destiny's Child song had came out. I was in high school, you know, that whole independent woman thing. So I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, I want to be independent. I don't need no man, you know. Bump that, I don't need no man. Wrong. So I had to tweak my way of thinking and be like, you know what? Maybe my dad has a point. And when I listened to my dad, I was like, yo, you know what? I get it. So you can still be independent and you can still depend on other people. I'm not saying get married and just totally like be helpless and be dependent upon somebody and that person has to totally take care of you and things like that. If that's what he wants to do and if you're okay with that, that's fine by me. That's what you guys decide to do. But I'm saying don't be taking care of a dude wanting him to take care of you if you are showing him the masculine energy. It does not work. It just doesn't work. Because even when you have two men in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody still has to have the feminine energy, which means that somebody just has to take the lead and somebody has to fall back. Sometimes one person will take the lead, the other person will fall back, and vice versa. But if you got a bulldog that's always, you can't have two. You can't have two people constantly taking lead. You're gonna bump heads. It's not gonna work. A lot of times women will go into a relationship being the dominant one. They will be the masculine energy, thinking that they can buy the man's love, thinking that they can foot all his bills and do all these things, and then in the end be mad because they want him to be the one to do all that. They want to be taken care of. They want him to be something that he's not, because that's not the way it started. It started one way and now it's like you trying to make it in another way, and it does not always happen. Now maybe sometimes it does, but for the most part it doesn't always happen. That's why you got to be selective when you go into a relationship or when you go looking for somebody, that somebody is on your level or better if you are a woman, unless you just want to take care of somebody. Because if you want to take care of somebody, then fine, but don't complain down the road. Don't start saying he's sorry as hell and all that kind of stuff, because that's what you signed up for. And why do people always say money don't make you happy? Money don't make you happy. Money makes me happy. You are what you think. So if you think money don't make you happy, guess what? It's not going to make you happy. It's what you do with that money. What you choose to do with that money. If you are reckless with the money, then, you know, if you buying drugs with the money, if you're doing things with gambling with the money and things like that, yeah, I mean, that could be an issue right there. But baby, I love money. I welcome money. I walk in an abundance of money. I want money. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You need money to survive out here in these streets. I ain't dating nobody that ain't got no money. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's simple as that. Like it, don't like it, but that's just my advice. It's been working for me. So my husband, how he felt when he met me is that he wanted somebody that did have something that they had going for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, for him, it's important that I have my own sense of self, that I am not totally dependent upon him. It's been some days where he just told me, you don't even have to go to work today. Stay home. Don't worry about the money. And that's what I'm talking about. If you can't find you nobody that can tell you that, if you got to do that's treating you like a workhorse, you can't miss no days because you sick or something like that, you ain't with the right one. That's all I'm saying. You ain't with the right one. Now they call me spoiled. This is true. I'm very spoiled. My dad spoiled me. He started it. I ain't gonna lie, he did. My dad spoiled me. And my husband also spoils me. My brothers spoil me. You know what I'm saying? My mother, she even spoils me. I don't feel like I'm a spoiled brat or anything like that. But I got some standards. I'm not gonna sit up here and deal with just anybody and anything. I was hard-headed at one time in my life, and I tried that, and guess what? I learned a valuable lesson. You better have some standards, because if you don't have standards, you will find a dude that will totally take advantage of you. So it ain't nothing wrong with being spoiled. There's nothing wrong with having standards. Let the dude who can provide for you, let his ass spoil you for real, because you are deserving of that. I don't know why. And I guess that's why so many black women are trying to find love outside of their race, because I almost sometimes feel like some black men have an issue with spoiling their black women. What is wrong with that? Don't you know what happens when you pour into a woman? When you pour into a woman, man, she pours into you. She will hold you down. She will. But if you ain't treating her right, we ain't got nothing for you. Ain't got nothing for you. So whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm over it. And I'm over these dudes that be out here talking about, why do women want guys with money? Because why not? Because why not? Why can't we have dudes that have money? Why we gotta settle for somebody that just don't have it? Whatever. Do you know that we was in a pandemic and people got laid off? People didn't have any money. What happened with love then? Did love support you? Probably for a short period of time. But I'm quite sure that the people who was together because they had that money, you know what I'm saying? Like, the money wasn't an issue for them. They was all right. Money, sex, communication, those are all issues in a marriage that can make it go all the way bad. Those are all things that can make a marriage go bad. I mean, they can make or break a relationship. Money, bad sex, no money, bad sex, bad communication. Respect goes a long way. So anyways, I think I talked enough. Yeah, go ahead, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in another video real soon. Bye.